the mind of a mad scientist. And I keep turning around because I'm working on getting this system live on YouTube as well. So give me 1 minute and we're going to actually take it live on YouTube at the same time that we're doing it live on Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and start everything up. And I want everybody to know that I am glad that you guys are here today. As a matter of fact, the broadcast today is really on a topic that was first asked of me probably a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And Demetrius, I'm sorry, I will definitely get to this because my friend Demetrius, actually a colleague of mine, has a website called Restakes, and it's at restakes.com. And it's about different mistakes that real estate professionals, business owners have made over the years. And it's a sharing website where you share the different mistakes. So the topic of today's mind of a real estate investor is really something that you probably haven't heard me talk about before. For those of you that know my story, I've been in the business for over 28 years, full-time real estate investor all the time. Now, my life didn't start off on the best road, let's just say that. At one point in time, I was a Kirby vacuum cleaner salesman in West Baltimore. I dropped out of junior high school, so I only have a ninth grade education. And one of the things I realized in life is it's not how you start the race that matters, it's how you finish it that counts. So I really strive to do the best that I can in everything that I do. So the mistake that I really want to bring to light today is a mistake that I made on a deal that I did 3 or 4 years in the business. Let me give you a little chronological of my first 4 years in the business. My first year in real estate, I only made $2,500, and I thought that I was finish the sentence. The minute I made that first paycheck in real estate, it took me a year to do it, but the minute I made that first check, I finally realized that real estate works. And that's the same thing that's going to happen with you. Until you do that first deal, until you rent that first property, until you buy that first house, you're not going to think real estate investing works. It took me 1 year to do my first deal. And I made over $2,500. And I was beating my chest like you wouldn't believe. My second year in the business, I did about 4 or 5 deals. My third year in the business, we really skyrocketed. I did, I think, about 9 or 10 deals. But my fourth year in the business, I became the largest minority owner of real estate in downtown Baltimore. And I'm talking about apartment buildings. I was totally all in with commercial investing. And that's just after 4 years. My partner and I purchased a complex called Mount Vernon Properties. It was a group of 32 buildings. We had over 250 units, and we purchased these properties for somewhere around $4.5 million. I think we paid somewhere around $13,000, $14,000 per door. And it was a sweetheart of a deal. Now, how sweetheart of a deal was it? Well, the owner of these properties had been featured, it's actually two owners, they had been featured in the city paper as one of or two of the worst slumlords in Baltimore City. But that didn't detail us. We wanted these deals. So we went ahead and purchased the properties, got them under contract, plopped down our money, $500,000 deposit check. And lo and behold, the owners decide to back out of the deal. Yes. So at that point, my partner and I had to make a decision to sue or not to sue. So we went ahead and sued the owner for backing out of the deal. It took us about 10, 12 months of litigation. And after 12 months of litigation, we won. Even though we had to spend almost $100,000 worth of legal fees, we actually won the case in court, forcing the seller of the commercial properties to close the deal. And here's where the fun begins. Remember the topic of this video, the mistake that nearly killed me. Well, the process of rehabbing these buildings, even though we got them at a great price, the approach we had to take was forced appreciation, meaning we had to redo all the buildings, rehab each and every unit. We're talking about over 350 apartment units. So at that point in time, we hired our own construction crew. We had our own management company. We had everything in place to rehab all of these units. I became a workaholic. At that point, prior to acquiring the properties, my actual position in the company was to go out and find all the deals, negotiate the deals while my partner financed the deals. That was the arrangement we had. After we purchased all of these units, after negotiated and structured this commercial deal, my role became one of 150 hats. I helped with property management. I helped with setting up the construction crews. I helped with project management. I helped with eviction. I don't just mean I mean my partner and I went through the whole process of wearing 150 hats. I kid you not. Now, of course, it wasn't 150, but it seemed like 150 hats. As a matter of fact, I was so engulfed in this project. I remember one late night getting in around 3:30 in the morning after a boiler going down in one of the properties. I actually had a car accident 1 block from my house, falling asleep behind the wheel. Now, luckily, no one was hurt, and it really woke me up. Or did it? No, it didn't. And here's the reason why. I continue to go down that path of wearing all the hats, being the expert of everything and not managing anything, and just basically just jumping all in and not thinking. Lo and behold, at 29, a brick wall came in front of me in the form of a heart attack. That's right. I remember sitting in the couch of my house one morning with a friend of mine who came by to shoot some pool. I had a pool table in my living room. And I had a numbness in my left arm. And I wasn't sure what was going on. I got on the phone and called my mother and told her, I think I'm having a heart attack. Chest pain, numbness in my left arm. I was calm. I proceeded to call the 911. Ambulance came, rushed me to the hospital, and sure enough, it was a heart attack at 29. The reason behind it? All the stress of trying to wear all the hats and not being able to delegate or automate what we were doing. At that point, my whole life changed. Laying up in bed on your deathbed could really give you a whole different perspective. Once I got well, I took 1 year off. Prior to that, I sold my interest in Mount Vernon properties. walked away from the commercial business that I love, and really decided after a year that I needed to do something different. I loved real estate investing, and that's where my love affair with systemization, automation, and marketing began. It began with a heart attack. And the lesson that I learned and that I carry forward to this day is that you cannot wear every hat in your business and have a surviving business that's going to flourish. You have to know how to delegate, administrate, systemize, and automate. The minute you implement this, the minute you implement some type of structure in your business, your life will be a lot easier. Your business will be a lot healthier. And that, my friend, was the biggest mistake that nearly cost me my life. Take care. This is Charles Blair, the Mad Scientist, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye, Facebook.